Picture this. You're at a backyard barbie, tongs in one hand, snag in the other, when your phone buzzes. It's your boss. Do you answer or let the sausages burn? One Aussie woman answered a call while in labor. Nearly 90% of us get contacted outside work hours. Now, for the first time, it's legal to say, "Nah, mate, not tonight." Australians are working 7 weeks of free overtime every year. That's time stolen from family dinners, bedtime stories, weekend footy, every ping of a late night email. It's not just annoying, it's anxiety disguised as work. Parents feel guilty for hugging their kids instead of answering Slack. One worker finished a midnight shift, then got a 4 a.m. text telling him to be back by 6. The cost, burnout, broken families, billions in unpaid labor. This isn't just about work. It's about who we are, a fair go nation, or the land of the always-on boss. Before smartphones, 5 o'clock was the finish line. You'd clock off, head to the pub, no one could reach you. Now your boss can text you at midnight. The pandemic made it worse. Dining tables turned into desks, and logging off became impossible. Last year alone, unpaid overtime in Australia was worth about $130 billion. That's a silent heist. So Parliament stepped in. In 2024, they passed the right to disconnect. From August 26th, if your boss calls after hours, you can ignore it, and they can't punish you. If they keep pushing, the Fair Work Commission can slap a fine of nearly $95,000. Push harder. And yes, there's even jail time. But here's the twist. It's not a total free-for-all. If it's urgent, like a hospital emergency, you still have to pick up. What counts as reasonable will be tested case by case. As one lawyer joked, is a 9 p.m. email urgent? Depends if you're a doctor or an accountant. And it's not brand new here. The Vic Police Union deal had a disconnect clause back in 2021. This just takes it national. Globally, we're joining a movement. France banned after-hours emails back in 2017. Portugal fines bosses who text after hours. Now, Australia is the first in the Asia-Pacific to draw the line. Unions say it's about time. Common sense doesn't get applied anymore, one union leader said. Small businesses get until 2025 to catch up. But the tide has already turned. What pushed it over the edge wasn't stats, it was outrage. Parents missing their kids' first steps, a woman in labor juggling contractions and conference calls, workers dragged back in the dead of night. Business groups warned it would slow the economy. But for millions of Aussies, August 26th felt like Liberation Day. News crews showed people switching off their phones at 5:01. One worker said, "For the first time in years, I'm eating dinner without guilt." That was the cultural shift. The moment Australia said, "Enough." Today, millions of workers finally have the law on their side. More than 90% say life will improve. Some bosses are even bragging in job ads. Work here, and your time is yours, but laws are only as strong as the people who use them. If workers are too scared to say no, the old culture sneaks back in. Loopholes like reasonable additional hours are still lurking. Still, what was once normal, taking work calls at dinner, is quickly becoming taboo, like smoking in the office. This isn't just a law, it's a culture change. So what do you reckon? Should your boss have the right to reach you anytime? Or do you deserve absolute peace once you clock off? Will this make us happier and more productive? Or kill Aussie flexibility? Jump in the comments, because this is a debate every worker and every boss will face. Work to live. Don't live to work. Australia just gave 7 weeks of unpaid overtime back to its people. The hottest recruitment slogan in 2025? We don't call. Protecting downtime isn't laziness. It's a productivity hack. Soon, answering emails at the pub will feel as strange as lighting a dart in the lunchroom. Australia gave the world Wi-Fi. Now we've given something bigger, the right to have a life. Because no one should ever have to choose between hugging their kid and answering their boss. This is the Aussie Fair Go in the digital age. Subscribe for more stories that go beyond business, only on Media Mates.